Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. In this video, I'm going to react to Joey Diaz, One-Legged Girl Story. I've got no idea what to expect. I know Joey Diaz, he's like one of Joe Rogan's best friends. He's on the podcast quite a lot. He's hilarious, so I suspect this is going to be funny. So let's get straight into it.
Like when I was younger and I did coke, there was dick for fucking 4 hours.
Yeah.
You just were giving out dick. They're looking at you like, when is this gonna stop? And then when you do come, it's one of those long loads.
Yeah.
You ever have those loads? Like I used to be on probation, and there was a dude that was like a G.I. Joe dude that failed the police test, but his assistant was a good-looking woman. Like she was kind of cute. If I was 30, she was like 38. Nobody talked to her in Boulder because she had like a wooden leg. Like her leg was kind of like she had like that little limp. But you could tell the bitch had game. Like, she could suck a cock. I would look in the eyes and I could tell this bitch is deadly, but nobody talks to her because of the fucking wooden leg.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
In Vietnam. I didn't know what happened to her. And she was very nice. I forget what her name was. I'd see her. I'd always flirt with her. But when I was doing, and I was in the probation, I figured out how to fuck with the piss test. I'm uncircumcised, so I would take, like...
Where is this story going?
Fucking pool cleaner and put it on my dick. And then pull the skin over it and put like a tab over it, like a bread tab, like a fucking rubber band. And then when I would go pee, the guy would watch me. And I would take the thing out and just pee and then pull the skin back. And all the pool cleaner would go into the fucking thing. And then I would zap the machine. They would always say to me, this motherfucker's up to something. So he asked her, he goes, maybe you could see what the fuck he's doing. So I knew when I would call and go, I'll be there at 4, because they would call you, and then you had to call a machine that would tell you what color was up. Mm-hmm. And if the color came up, let's say your color is maroon, and they go, today's colors are green, maroon, and black, you would have to call in and tell them what time you're coming in. You had till 5 o'clock, but you had to make an appointment. Then she'd tell you, no. If he answered, that means he was going to watch you while you're pissed. But with me, they had mirrors around me. They couldn't figure out what I was doing, so they sent her in. So before I would go in, I'd fucking do a half a jerk in the car and get my dick nice and big.
Yeah.
And then I'd sprinkle the fucking
pool cleaner?
The pool cleaner. Or the fucking,
doesn't sting your dick, the pool cleaner?
I got scars. I got little holes in my...
I got scars. I love how flippantly he said that. I mean, dude, that could cause some serious damage.
Dick and Drano.
Yeah.
I would grind it up. I would fucking put it under my dick and then pull the skin back and it would fall into the piss test and zap it. But before I would piss, I would take the hammer out and show it to her. Like, what do you think? What do you think? There's something nice. And she would look at it and look around the room. And not like I knew I was going to end up sleeping with her or swapping spit with her, because I flirt with her. Nobody talked to the woman because she had a fucked up leg. So I'm off probation. I'm delivering Chinese food. And I'm slinging coke at the same time at the Chinese restaurant. So I would have you call the Chinese restaurant and say, can I talk to Joey? Yeah, what's up? Oh, you want egg drop soup? Whatever. The cocaine would be hidden under the egg drop soup, so that if I got in trouble, the Chinese people got in trouble. I didn't put it in the bag. This is when I was out already, out of prison. One night I knock on the door, and who answers the door? It's her. And she goes, oh my God, it's so great to see you. How have you been? And I go, it's great to see you. Man, I gave her a hug, and I put the Chinese down, and she goes, what are you doing with your life? I go, I'm getting divorced, but I got into stand-up comedy, and I'm trying to deliver food to make a living. And she's like, oh, that's so sweet. You and her broke up? Oh, you must need a hug. And as I started hugging her, we started swapping spit. And I touched a little...
Swapping spit. Why did you have to describe it like that? It makes it sound so gross.
Monkey, and I could feel nobody had even touched a monkey in like 10 years. Steam started coming up. And I started fingering that motherfucker like a savage and swapping spit with her. And my hand was nice and wet, and I'm fingering it. I got a pinky surrounding her asshole. And I'm working. Finally, I put it down slowly. And I pop her pants. I take her tit out. She's got one big fucking tit. I'm sucking her tits. And I'm making out with her. I'm fingering at the same time. So while I'm fingering her, I take her pants down. But I go, I don't want to see what the other leg is. So I took the leg off of the good leg. And I left the fucking bad leg covered because I don't want to know what it is. If she's got like a pole under there, one of those fucked up feet. So I picked up a fucking leg and I started eating a pussy. The clit fucking was huge. I'm sucking on it like a piece of,
Oh my God. Oh.
like a piece of bubble gum. I look up at her and she's like this, Christine, like with her mouth open. I go, now's the time to put the helmet in that fucking mouth. So I switched up. I started two-finger Louie her, and I went around her, and I put that fucking hammer in her mouth, and she didn't know what to do. She was like, and at that time, I was trying to fucking lift weights and shit, so I wasn't jerking off, because somebody told me not to jerk off, that your protein, I was retarded.
Yeah.
You know, I'm retarded.
Yeah.
And when I came in the mouth, it was one of those loads, Christine, that don't stop. You ever have one of those things?
I know,
And you're
Christine.
sucking it with your eyes closed, and then after a minute, you open it up, because you're like, when is this going to stop? And I could look at her swallowing it, and it was endless. It was fucking endless. It was just a load of death. It was like a month and a half of not coming. There was Valium in there and Xanax and fucking
Well, it's
cocaine.
nice seeing you, Joey. Thanks for stopping by.
I shot a load in the mouth, and when I took my dick out, she went, ah. It was like she drank a gallon of Mountain Dew. She looked at me. She started getting a little dizzy.
Oh my God.
I was
Oh my God. Oh, the way he describes it is just so gross, but it's hilarious.
selling Valium at the time. I was taking like 100 milligrams of Valium a night. When I shot in her mouth to put her in a trance, she was glassy-eyed. She gave me a $3 tip, and I left, and I never saw her again. She must have ate that Chinese food and slept for a week.
Oh my God.
Oh,
You got any dates coming up you want to put out?
You can still
You got a Twitter
feel,
handle?
You
You
can
wanna
still
plug
feel what
that?
that nut felt like, I bet, right?
oh, it was like a 3-minute nut.
But wait a minute, you didn't even bang her? You
No.
I will say that, you know, if you go on like a no-fap for like a week and then you do it, oh my God, it does feel just out of this world. It's this is probably TMI, like too much information, but man, like fellas, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about right now.
No.
Put it in her vagine?
No.
No,
Well, that's-
the
that's-
limitation of the
Unloaded it.
pussy eating was tremendous.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I licked her ass.
Sorry, I blacked out at some point. I didn't listen
Sure.
closely.
Once I shove my tongue in your ass, you black out. It's like you're 14 and your uncle's molesting you. You know? You just black out and let happen what's gonna happen anyway.
He's a messed up individual.
This is too good. Oh man, you're
Fuck
the
it.
best.
Take a shower.
Fuck it.
Joey Diaz, Church of What's Happening Now.
Whew, he needs to go to church after that. You gotta
You
repent,
gotta
son.
see him at the Comedy Store. Go to his dates. Where did you have a website? I don't forget.
JoeyDiaz.net.
Jeez.
You're the best. You're the best.
So are you guys.
I love you so
Love you,
much.
Joey.
Christine, you lived that load when I was saying it. That's why.
I did not
It
live
took you
the
back to
love.
college like
I
one
did
time.
not. I did not.
When you got a bad
She used to
batch
fuck
of
a lot of Puerto
Hungarian
Ricans.
dick.
I
Yeah.
like Puerto Ricans.
Yeah, you got a bad batch of those platanitos sperm where you just kept fucking swallowing, saying this is the worst pina colada I've ever had.
Did that Zanku chicken come? I'm pretty hungry. Yeah.
All right, our closing song by
Feel
is
sick
by
inside.
Tardcore Fun. Joey Diaz, everybody. I love you, man.
Love you.
I
Uncle
love you guys
Joey.
too for having me.
God.
That was something else, man. I mean, Jesus Christ. Like, the way he was describing it was just like, oh my God. The guzzling of the, you know what. Joey Diaz is he's hilarious, man. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.